Hey guys, Pastor Jake here. I wanted to give you a quick tip, quick hitter kind of coaching session talking about being different. Now, here's the thing as a church planter back in 2016, when my wife and I planted our church, we didn't have money, we didn't have a lot of people, right? We had 29 people day one. And what we had, what we looked like, was a lot of disadvantages, a lot of things where we couldn't really match up to the other churches around town. Now, we're not in competition, I understand that, but wanting to reach people, and I'm thinking about, hey, you walk into our church and there's 40 people here, and there's really, one room for kids, and there's really no sound system. There's a lot of what we look at as disadvantages, and we really couldn't do church like other people were doing church. But in that moment, something really became clear to us that if we couldn't be better, then what we needed to do was be different and actually lean into the differences and lean into what were up on the surface disadvantages. Right on the surface, they were deficiencies, but we turned them into strengths because differentiation is so powerful. So I really think this has the power to help you unlock some growth and potential in your church, because what you're looking at as a deficiency or a weakness or a disadvantage could actually be an advantage in disguise if you present it the right way. Let me give you a practical example. So as a church, I tell people this and they don't hardly believe it, but we didn't even have a sound system at all. No speakers, no microphones until we were over 80 people. So what we did early on is we looked at it, we said, hey, we don't really have the worship team to kind of do the big worship thing with the microphones and the drums and everything. So we're just going to do totally acoustic. We'll have an acoustic guitar, have a cajon. It's that box that people hit on. And we're going to sing a cappella, or not a cappella, we had music, but we're going to sing without microphones. And we're not going to apologize for that or anything. We're going to celebrate that difference. So when you walk in the doors at Joy Church, it's like, hey, it's acoustic. And funny enough, younger people liked it. They're like, wow, this is organic. It's authentic, right? And older people liked it because it wasn't blasting and blaring loud. And so it was actually what would be a disadvantage, or looking at how we couldn't do church like other churches, became a strength, and it became an advantage, right? Because differentiation is powerful, right? There's a lot of me too. Hey, we do this, we do it the same. And in church, we like to copy other people, don't we? Well, that church, they do it this way, and they have their worship like this, and this is how their sermons are. And we do the same thing. So when people come in, they're used to it. But when it's a difference, when it's changed, right, it actually is kind of unique. So this is a way that I think is really powerful. If you learn how to think this way, it's going to change everything. So don't think about being better, and don't look at your disadvantages like deficiencies and disadvantages. Look at how you could turn them and leverage them into a strength. One of my favorite examples actually comes out of the sports world, and it's the college football team Army, which is our service academy, right? And they run a completely different form of football, a different offense than any other team. And it's called a triple option. And it's actually kind of an old college football offense. But what it basically does is it allows Army to be so different from any other college football team that when these really good schools like Michigan or other schools or Ohio State or whoever plays them, they've never really seen that form. They don't practice against it. And so even though they have far superior athletes, better wide receivers and quarterbacks and defensive players and all that, it's so different when they play them that it's actually a challenge. And Army ends up winning like 8, 9, 10 games every year, which is amazing because they don't have the same quality of athletes. A lot of the people that play for them are in the Army. They weren't recruited to play football, so they're playing there. And they're amazing, but they're not at the same level as the other teams. But see, they use differentiation, okay? Differentiation sets them apart. So as a leader, as a pastor, how can you use this principle of being different, right? Not looking at what you think could be a deficiency or disadvantage. Oh, we don't have a building. Great. That means that you're not locked into a mortgage, right? Oh, we don't have a sound system. Awesome. Now you can be acoustic and organic and authentic. Oh, we don't have the resources. Awesome. That means you get to be creative and figure out how to reach people. So, mission accomplished is waiting for you on the other side of this, but use this principle of differentiation. Be different. Don't worry if you can't be better, just be different and see how God can use that in your church. Hey, if you enjoyed this type of coaching, this kind of thought, I want to invite you to be a part of Uplevel Leader. Uplevel Leader is a brand new membership exclusively for church leaders, just like you, just like me, pastors and church leaders of every stripe and denomination, whatever. Our job is, what our goal is in Uplevel Leader is to help leaders just continue to get better, because we really believe this, that if we can help the leader grow, we can help churches grow. I've had the privilege and honor of coaching and working with over 400 pastors over the past few years. And what we found, like just completely across the board, is if the leader is growing, if they're leaning in and pressing in and thinking new thoughts and allowing God to challenge their thinking in the way they've done things previously, that always leads to growth in their ministry. It leads to greater impact in their community. And so what we know is if we can grow the leader, we can help the church grow. So if you want to see your church grow, if you want to make a bigger impact, if you want to reach more people, then it's going to require you to invest in yourself and grow internally, right? Get some challenged, your thoughts challenged, and think new thoughts, and get around other people that are doing things in a different way. Even like this idea of being different. Are you with the people that are going to help you think this way? If not, then Uplevel Leader is for you. And even better, we're running a launch special right now where you can get Uplevel Leader for about half the price that it's going to be when we fully launch in a couple weeks here. And we have this launch special going on for just $297 a year. And if you go right below this video, you can click that link and jump in today. I can't wait to see you on the inside. God bless.